Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let's do a walk around and tour of this 2023 Ford Expedition Timberline. The Timberline is an off-road package that gives you off-road capability and style with a bit of a unique interior, and of course this one does have a couple of goodies up its sleeve. For example, you do have this orange unique look right here in the front bumper. You have your orange recovery hooks, you have rugged tires to take you off-roading, and you have specific badging, which you're going to see there as we go towards the back, and of course also on the back as well as we go through it. But with that being said, this vehicle also does come with a 15.5-inch diagonal touchscreen display. It also does have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It does have 3 rows of seating. It has pretty much everything that you want without going upwards to like a limited or a platinum per se. But with that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, there are a couple of different buttons that you'll be using pretty much every single day, and includes the following, such as your unlock, lock, remote start, trunk release, and panic button. To remote start the vehicle, just make sure the vehicle is currently locked, and double click the remote start button. And that 3.5 liter high output V6 will come to life. And when you're done, just double click it again, and it will start right back off. Starting off in the front here, as you can see, you have a pretty nice and unique grille specific to the Timberline package. Like I mentioned, you do have this orange trim down here at the bottom where the bumper is, as well as your orange tow hooks. This vehicle does have your front parking sensors, and as we come over here, you do have your LED daytime running lights, LED projector headlamps, and then down below, as you can see, you do have fog lamps as well. Checking out the wheels, we're taking a look at a set of Goodyear Wrangler Territorial All-Terrain Seasons, which I believe that's what ATS stands for, and these are on 18-inch wheels. These measure 265, 70R18s all the way around. The Ford Expedition Timberline does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the interior as well as exterior. In order to do that, just have the key fob in your pocket, come up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor behind, put your hand in, and the vehicle will unlock, and the mirrors will fold out. Or if you want to lock the vehicle, simply tap this button here, the vehicle will lock, and the mirrors will fold back in. The exterior colors of this one is finished off in a Gate Black, with the onyx black leather interior with orange stitching. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top of here. However, you do have some soft touch material down here. You have some aluminum trim across the door panel here, aluminum door handle here, controls for your power mirrors, windows, locks, 3-person memory seating, and then you have some storage down here, and an area where you can put 2 small cups in. And above that is going to be your Bang & Olufsen speaker. Now, along with that smart key access system, this vehicle does indeed come standard with push-button ignition. So to do that, just make sure you have the key in the vehicle or within your person. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Expedition does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. You also realize that you have some orange stitching atop the steering wheel here as well as at the bottom to signify that you have the Timberline trim level. Over here to the left, you're going to have settings for your cruise control, audio controls here for your volume, hands-free Bluetooth is here. Coming over to your right, you're going to have controls for the screen up there. You are also going to have your phone button here for hands-free phone connectivity and stuff like that, and then Seek to Track right there. Climbing up on top, you are going to have a fully digital instrument cluster with 2 main gauges followed by 4 smaller gauges. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To your right, you're going to have your speedometer. Below those two, you are going to have your gear selector as well as an icon of the vehicle, which looks pretty cool. On top, you're going to have 4 smaller gauges such as your coolant temperature, your oil level, your oil temperature, as well as your range to empty. With that said, what we're taking a look at in the middle is going to be your driver information center. And as you can see, we're starting off with the main menu. So you're going to have My View, Trip and Fuel, Vehicle Information, Towing, Navigation, Phone, Audio, and Settings. And for whichever one you want to go to, you just hit the OK button. So for example, you go to My View, it's going to give you things such as driver assistance, average fuel economy, Trip 1 information, and of course you can configure it to your own liking. And let's say you want to do that again, but with, for example, your settings. You can configure gauges, speedometer in kilometers an hour, and neutral tow. So pretty much a brief synopsis of the main menu itself, which is pretty cool. Coming over here, we are taking a look at a rather large 15.5-inch diagonal infotainment system. And this, of course, is the latest version of Sync 4, which is very, very cool. With that being said, this is found on select Ford products such as the Expedition here, the Edge, the Escape, for example. And as you can see, it does look nice in whichever one you go for. But as you can see in this one here, I have talked about this a little bit at length, so I'm not going to spend a super long time with it. But overall, it is pretty simple to kind of go through. So as you can see, what we're taking a look at right here is going to be your audio and what's playing on the radio, your XM station, as you can see there. And then of course you're going to have related stations here, notifications, you can search for a station, and this right here, I believe you can go to your settings and all that information here. So as you can see, it's going to show you what you have, such as your subscription, XM favorites, listing history, manage notifications, block explicit content, tune start, Sirius XM legal information, and all that stuff. So pretty cool to see that. Of course, you're going to have your different stations up here as far as your sources, such as AM, FM, or Sirius XM radio. Of course, you're going to have your presets down in here, which is pretty nice. Which of course you can go to at any point if you want to, let's say, change what's playing on the radio. Below that, you're going to have your different menus down here. So for example, you do have owner's manual, little games you can play such as jigsaw puzzles, towing information, navigation, radio, another game that you can play, which is of course called Sketch. But overall, pretty nice to see and check out. Of course, you do have your dual zone climate controls. You're going to have fan positioning. You have auto AC, AC control here, fan. You can turn that on or off. You do also have here heated and cooled, your heated and cooled seats for the front and front passenger, a heated steering wheel, your volume knob here, which is nice and in the center there, max AC, and of course your rear defrost. And then up here is where you'll see some different icons. So for example, this right here is going to be for your different apps, which include radio, phone, navigation, media, and all that stuff, as you can see there. Or you can go to entertainment, which is basically where you're going to be finding your games and all that stuff on, which is pretty cool. Coming over to the car portion, this is going to be basically your kind of homepage for all your settings. So of course you can go to you can see controls here, so you can turn on auto hold or turn that off. Trail turn assist, you can turn that on or off. Again, this is going to be where you'll be adjusting settings to your preferences, and kind of gives you a comprehensive rundown of every single thing for each submenu here. So for example, let's say you want to go to driver assistance. It's going to run down what driver assistance features come with this vehicle. It includes your lane keeping assist, pre-collision assist, rear view camera delay, blind spot information system, cross traffic alert, and so on and so forth. Of course, you can also go to general settings, which gives you language and units of measurement, about sync, software licenses, and all that stuff as well. So pretty cool things that you can kind of go through and check out and make your adjustments based on what you want to see. And of course, you do have software updates, which you can, do that manually, or you can have it done automatically, which is what this is set to here. And of course, it's going to give you information about what the update is going to be all about here, which is pretty nice. And then over here is going to be for your camera. You're going to have a very nice camera here, as you can see on top, which I really like. You're going to have a kind of 360 camera view down here. You also do have different camera angles that you can check out. So you have a split screen view. You can see what's going on in the back, also in the front. And then of course, if you're going to be towing anything, that's pretty cool to see. So overall, just a quick look at the infotainment system in the 2023 Ford Expedition Timberline. Coming down here to your physical buttons, you're going to have your hazard button right there, traction control off, and max. Air conditioning, those are going to be your buttons down here. Below that, you're going to have your wireless charging. You're going to have also an area where you can plug it in via USB or USB-C. And of course, you can close this right here to give it a cleaner look. Come below that, you do have your 10-speed automatic transmission. And when you put into reverse, you do have that backup camera with guidance lines. And it does adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have your parking sensors on, which is why those colors are showing in the back there. Pretty cool to see. And again, you do have those camera angles that I just showed you guys a minute ago. With that said, you do have your four-wheel drive lock here. This, I believe, is going to deal with your four-wheel drive system as well. Four-wheel drive controls. So you have 2 high, 4 automatic, 4 low, and 4 high. Drive mode button's gonna be right here in the middle, which we'll go through in a moment. Your hill descent control, parking sensors. You have 2 cup holders here. You can also close it up to give it a cleaner look, which I'm probably gonna keep it like this until the end of the video. But this button right here is one of your different drive modes, which will take us to the screen here. And as you can see, you have normal, you have eco, you have sport, you have tow and haul, you have slippery, you have sand, mud/ruts, and that is it. And so back to normal there. Coming over to your glove compartment, plenty of room to put stuff in. You have a little small storage cubby on top of here, but overall a generous amount of room to put stuff in, which is very nice. Overall, kind of a rubberized feel on top, which is expected, although I do like this orange stitching here on both sides. The seats here are very comfortable and very supportive. This is genuine leather, so you are going to get a bit of comfort out of this, of course. You do have some nice side bolsters here, and I love the orange stitching across the seat. It kind of makes the interior have a bit of a contrast, which is very, very nice. Now, as you can see here, you come over here, you're going to have 2 different storage areas. So you have a top one up here, which you can just push this button to open. Generous amount of space in there. And if you want to, glove compartment, or excuse me, glove box. Not really dampened, but you do have a decent amount of storage space. And then this right here is the window sticker, which we'll go through towards the end of the video. So I'll put that out here for now. This, of course, is going to be your 12-volt outlet, which is nice. This one here does have your trailer brake controller, trailer backup assist to kind of help you guide your trailer onto the tow ball very efficiently and accurately. And then come over here to your left, you're going to have controls for your mirrors, headlight controls, fog light controls, gauge dimmer switches here, your electronic parking brake, as well as your pedal adjuster here. And then this right here is going to fold down the seats for the second row. And then this right here is going to be to open up the cargo area. But with that being said, guys, overall, the Expedition Timberline has been a treat to check out so far. But let us continue the tour of this vehicle, shall we? Sitting in the second row of the Ford Expedition Timberline, it's not too bad in here, as you can see, and I do have a couple inches of legroom here. Headroom, if I were to take off my cap, I would have maybe an inch or 2 of headroom because I am a taller person. But as you can see, when you sit back here, it's a pretty nice place to be, and overall does a very nice job. You have one seat pocket here, you have one seat pocket over here, You have a set of 2 cup holders on top. You do also have controls for your air conditioning, fan speed. This is going to adjust your temperature. Of course, you have rear heated seats back here. 2 USB ports. Both of them are, or actually not both. One is USB-C, regular is a USB. And over here, the 120 watt house outlet right there. Pretty cool to see that. And then of course, this is a captain's chair setup, so that way you can get into the 3rd row quite easy. Which, as you can see, it's currently down right now. But overall, not too bad. This vehicle does come with the Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, making it easy to fill up at the gas station, as well as an illustration of how to do it using a traditional gas tank. The Expedition Timberline does come standard with LED taillights in the back, Expedition spelled out across, Timberline badge over here, and of course you have your rear parking sensors down here below. Those open up automatically. As you can see, coming into the back of this one, plenty of cargo room to put stuff in. Of course, you do have your all-weather floor liners back here, which, as you can see, look pretty good. Still have a bit of life left in them. Now, with this configuration set up the way that it is, you're looking at just over 60 cubic feet of cargo space. Let's say if I were to move the all-weather floor mats to just that side there and just talk about this portion here, you'll be looking at right around 20 cubic feet of space. Now, let's say you want to fold down the 3rd row, which you can do with those little tabs right there and right there. You'll be getting right around 105 cubic feet of space overall, which is very much on par with some of its competitors, which is very nice to see. Now, theoretically, if the 3rd row is up, you do have some conveniences back here. You're going to have a little storage area here with a USB port, 2 cup holders there, little storage area over here, a USB port and a cup holder there. You have a 12-volt outlet here, which is nice. Of course, you do have LED lighting, and you do have controls for your 3rd row and 2nd row seats to move them down, which is pretty cool. And then underneath here, you do have what looks like to be towing stuff and some extra storage space. And when you're done, tap this button here, and it will close automatically. Body colored mirrors with your LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the Ford Expedition Timberline, this vehicle does come with Ford's 3.5 liter high output V6. It produces 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is also pretty decent, which we'll discuss on the window sticker. It's going to be to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and this vehicle is 4-wheel drive. All right, guys. Last but not least, let's go over the window sticker of this vehicle. Pretty nice to know that this vehicle actually has one, as you can see here. It's a 2023 Expedition Timberline 4x4, 7-passenger SUV with a 3.5 liter high output EcoBoost V6 through that 10-speed automatic transmission. It's finished off in a Gate Black Metallic with the onyx leather trim seats. Of course, Ford does a great job of giving you a lot of standard features, which are highlighted by these little bold lists right here. So as you can see, exterior, interior, functional, safety and security, and the warranty down here. And then coming down below, that's going to be your options list. This one has a 501A equipment group, which includes a panoramic vista roof, voice activated touchscreen with navigation system, the 15.5-inch LCD diagonal display, 18-inch magnetic painted wheels, tri-zone electronic temperature center, which is your tri-zone climate control, Bang & Olufsen sound system, remote start system, heavy-duty radiator, reverse sensing, privacy tint rear glass, all of that coming in at $92.20. And then down here, you do have your heavy-duty trailer tow package for $795. You do get 2 credits for the auto stop start removal, which personally I kind of like that. And then of course you do have the second row window one touch remover. That's going to be a $50 credit as well. And with that being said, as you can see, base price without options is $71,400. Total options comes in at just over $9,900, and with a destination and delivery fee of $1,895. The total MSRP for this vehicle, when it was new, was $83,210. And then your fuel economy, as you can see, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. You're getting around 15 city, 19 highway, and 17 combined. And this vehicle does get an overall vehicle score of 5 out of 5 stars from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. But overall, guys, the Expedition Timberline is pretty well equipped for what you're getting yourself into without upgrading to a limited or a platinum or something like that. But this to me is really nice to see. And of course, I originally thought that the Timberline was like a 1 or 2 year only thing with Ford, but it's a 2023, so they still have it for 2023 and also for 2024. So with that said though, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of this 2023 Ford Expedition Timberline, finish off in a Gate Black Metallic with the Onyx Black Leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.